development program, yeah.
Na number one.
Housing development program, yeah.
Na number one.
Na number one for Nigeria.
Na number one.
Housing development program, yeah.
Na number one.
For estate developers, yeah.
Na number one.
The place to showcase what you've got here.
Na number one.
Encyclopedia on housing matter.
Na number one.
Housing development program, yeah.
Na number one.
Housing development program.
Welcome to another informative episode of Housing Development, your one-stop housing program. It is a beautiful evening to discuss housing because shelter is one of the basic necessities of life. So I make it my top priority to keep you informed on the latest news on housing in Nigeria. Are you a tenant that wants to own a house? Or a landlord that wants to upgrade, from owning a 2 or 3 bedroom to a duplex, you know what I mean? Then this program is for you. So I urge you to stay tuned because today's episode promises to be very educative as well as informative. I am Flora Anne, your host. Join me after the break.
Rock of Ages Properties Limited is developing unique and affordable 100,000 housing units through United Workers Housing Scheme in collaboration with Trade Union Congress across all the 36 states of the Federation, starting from the Federal Capital Territory. The project has commenced with 10,000 housing units in Rock City Airport Road and Rock City Day. The housing types include 2 and 3 bedroom apartments in a block, 2 and 3 terrace bungalow, 3 and 4 bedroom terrace duplex, 4 bedroom semi-detached duplex, 4 bedroom detached duplex and 5 bedroom fully detached duplex, built with state-of-the-art facilities, centralized water supply system, tarred roads, walkways and drainages, round-the-clock power supply, ample parking spaces, street lights, mega shopping mall with multifunctional facilities, recreational facilities and lots more. Payment for subscribers is spread over a period of 20 years. For inquiries or application process, please visit www.roaproperties.com or call 0802-633-3633, 0802-035-0170 or 0805-584-1099. Rock City, building affordable homes across Nigerian cities.
Welcome back. Land is one of the most vital ingredients of national socio-economic development. Land is wealth, no matter the nature or conditions. According to the words of Abraham Lincoln, the greatest fine acts of the future were making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. In this special report, our reporter takes a look at the issue of access to land for home development.
It is a known fact that land is a basic natural resource. It supports most human activities, and it is from it that most economic resource is derived. It can neither be increased nor decreased. Therefore, it must be judiciously and efficiently managed in a sustainable manner for the use and good of all. Through the period of agriculture to the period of industrial development, land has remained the most valuable property in the life of man and his development. It is a source of wealth to those who have it and the mother of all properties. In other words, virtually all the basic needs of human existence are land dependent. It is therefore clear why different countries all over the world have evolved land tenure and land administration system to administer their lands.
Up till now, we do not have policy on land. The last administration effort was made within the ministry. There is a draft, a process of bringing out a draft national policy.
There is no doubt that land is the most vital ingredient of national socio-economic development. Land is wealth, no matter its nature or conditions. No land is ever without a purpose. This is because on it depends every economic activity. How a community or country utilizes lands determines the level and kind of economic development that takes place in that community or country. In view of the importance and usefulness of land to man and his development, as well as development of his society, every person generally desires to acquire and own a portion of land to achieve the various ends for which the land is meant. In Nigeria, we have had various land tenure systems which are geared towards proper and easy land administration and management from colonial era to Land Use Act of 1978. According to Land Use Act of 1978, all lands in the state is vested in the governor of the state, but the act categorically stated that the land is to be held in trust for the citizens, and the means of enforcing such rights are provided in section 39 and 41.
The Land Use Act is a failure. When the Land Use Act was promulgated in 1978, for those of us in the profession, real estate profession, we did not accept the Land Use Act. It was very unpopular at that time. And that, to my mind, is why it was put in the Constitution. I believe if Land Use Act is not part of Constitution, it would have long been changed to follow the dynamics of investment in real estate.
Over the decades, there have been problems encountered in acquisition of lands and subsequently in obtaining the approval of certificates of occupancy and housing delivery in Nigeria. In the commencement of Land Use Act 1978, it was stated that whereas it is in the public interest that the rights of all Nigerians to the land of Nigeria be asserted and preserved by law.
You can't build a house without the land. The land policy has to also be addressed. Every Nigerian should have a right to a plot of land to live on.
The act has remained a sore point in Nigerians' quest to acquire land for building in most urban areas, and a major hindrance in real estate development and transaction in the country. Under the act, the overwhelming powers granted the governors over land have been blamed for the country's seemingly insurmountable housing problems. Most of the time, the certificates of occupancy which confers ownership of land on individuals are given to the highest bidder instead of those that actually need the land. In some states, obtaining a certificate of occupancy has become a Herculean task these days.
Even the governors that think the Land Use Act is beneficial to them and they use it for political reasons, it's no longer possible for them to manage land because the landowners have opened their eyes, they know their rights, and they can pursue it. And it has become very difficult even now to acquire land for projects.
My advice to the present government is that the issue of land acquisition, land ownership in Abuja must be addressed.
Every person requires land for his support, preservation and self-actualization within the general ideals of the society. Land is the foundation of shelter, food and employment. Virtually every form of investment or development by government and private entities is dependent upon land in one way or another. It is now generally accepted that poor land administration can impede economic development and social welfare.
African Union is very interested on the issue of land policy because if we have land policy, we'll be able to address all these issues, protecting the right of women, protecting the right of the less privileged people, and ensuring that every Nigerian will be able to have access to land. It is the land policy that will do it.
According to World Bank estimates, Nigeria needs to produce about 720,000 housing units annually for the next 20 years to be able to close the housing gap in the country. Therefore, government should continue to hold land in trust and to administer them for use and for the common benefit of Nigerians. But the excessive powers that are vested in governors be reduced and a mechanism or adequate laws for check and balance in their activities be introduced so as to address the issue of governors abusing the act by way of allocating title deeds of land at will for personal and political gains. By so doing, a common man on the street will have easy access or right of acquiring land for himself, rather than making acquisition of land the privilege of the elites.
Housing Development Program, your usual encyclopedia on housing matters.
My name is Owele Prince Nicholas Chukwujekwu Kachukwu. Chairman, CEO, Good Homes Development Company Limited. I want to say and invite every Nigerian, both here and abroad, to watch the housing program. It's the best, safer, quicker, and expressway to get a good, affordable, quality housing.
My name is Reverend Ugochukwu Chime, the President of Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria. I endorse this program, housing program on TV. I'd like to ask you to keep on watching it. It's informative, educative, and inspiring.
My name is Chief Dr. A.C. Okafo, Chairman of Chikasin Group. So my message to Nigerian workers is to keep on watching housing program.
Encourage you to always watch the housing development program because there is a lot that you are gaining to make your stay in urban center qualitative.
This is Housing Development powered by First Step Communications. Now I have a question for you. Can you live in the same compound, building, or yard, as most people call it, with your landlord? To follow the conversation, go to the Facebook page right now and give your opinion. But while you're still trying to do that, let's get to know what some Nigerians think about it.
Yes. Why? Because sometimes I would like the landlord should be there so that she will be seeing what is going on. The caretaker will not tell her everything that is going in the compound, but the landlord, especially the toilet side, she will look into it, some things that is going on, the gate, the security, and other things.
Actually, I like to stay with the same compound with landlord if the landlord is good, because some landlord always appreciate tenants that they live with them. If a landlord doesn't have problem, to stay with landlord is very good. But some landlords always bring conflict, fight.
But why not? With fear of God, why can't I live in a house with the landlord? Because I know the landlord will have his own rules. You know, I will try to abide to his rule.
If I know say the landlord live for the compound, no things say I feel live with them. If the landlord no bring problem, their children will bring problem for you. If the landlord no have problem, his wife can bring problem for you.
Well, you've heard some Nigerians' opinion on that. Why some say yes, others say no. Different strokes for different folks. Let's get to know what you think on our Facebook page.
Housing Development Program is the only program that gives you the best information on housing. Are you an estate developer, home interior stakeholder, distributor or manufacturer of building materials, furniture company? Housing Development Program is the right platform to showcase what you've got. Housing Development Program is an encyclopedia on housing matters. The number one.
Here at last, Platinum Mega Mall is selling over 500 shop and office spaces. Platinum Mega Mall is one of the biggest shopping malls strategically located in the city center of the FCT, located at Mabuchi, opposite the Mabuchi Ultra Modern Market. It has all its shops and suites, giving you the privacy you need, banking hall spaces, a dedicated transformer backed up with a standby generator, 24-hour water supply, security, guaranteed, proper maintenance, and lots more.
A purchase of a space secures for you a CFO, which can be used to obtain credit facilities from World Bank. Please contact the number on your screen for more inquiry. YMSC 0703 913 7999. You can also visit our website at www.psl-ng.com or visit any branch of Platinum Mortgage Bank Limited nationwide.
What are you waiting for? Hurry up now as limited spaces are available.
If you just tuned in, the program is Housing Development powered by First Step Communications. It has been said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The journey to building your own home begins with getting a building plan approval from the relevant authorities. How do you go about it, especially if you're in the FCT? Get to know today's housing tips.
All developers wishing to commence development of plots shall apply on prescribed application forms, obtainable upon payment of relevant fees from the authority. Application forms are to be accompanied with photocopies of title documents such as certificate of occupancy or right of occupancy with receipts of payment, title deed plan. Properly prepared plans on standard A3 size in 3 copies. Others are site analysis report and environmental impact analysis report for those developments required. All plans and reports are to be sealed by relevant professionals and submitted both in hard and soft copies. Also, all plans in respect of petroleum filling station, private hospitals, hotels, etc. shall be accompanied with letters of licenses of the authority regulating that activity. Whenever approval is granted, construction shall commence within 2 years, otherwise, developer applies for validation. Developer is to apply for setting out approval when excavation for foundation is made and obtain the setting out approval before continuing with further developments. You must take precautions against acquiring fake or cloned title documents because even after successfully acquiring building plans approval, once the documents are fake, the approval is futile.
Housing Development Program, your usual encyclopedia on housing matters.
My name is Town Planner Barnabas Atiai, and I want to urge all Nigerians to please keep on watching Housing Development Program as it's always been built.
Housing Development Program is the only program that gives you the best information on housing. Are you an estate developer, home interior stakeholder, distributor or manufacturer of building materials, furniture company? Housing Development Program is the right platform to showcase what you've got. Housing Development Program is an encyclopedia on housing matters.
Did you just tune in? Then you're watching Housing Development, the only TV program that gives you the latest news on housing in Nigeria. And this is a segment where you get value for your money, the Owner Home segment. Following the various calls I received concerning Platinum Mortgage Bank Fast Track, where you get to own a house within 48 hours, I've decided to revisit the interview we had with the regional manager of Platinum Mortgage Bank to give answers to all your questions.
Platinum Mortgage Bank Limited as an institution has been in existence for the past 8 years, and between then and now we've been able to provide over 15,000 houses using the mortgage system for several individuals across the country so they can access their houses in several estates which we have facilitated. We introduced Platinum Fast Track Mortgage basically to help solve the problem of prolonged processing time for mortgage loans, which people usually go through. You know, most of the time people have to wait for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, sometimes more than that, to be able to access mortgage to get their houses. And this has really created a lot of problems for most people who are unable to take possession of their houses for those long periods. So that's why we introduced Platinum Fast Track Mortgage to be able to help people access their houses within a record time. Now, the basic unique feature about Platinum Fast Track Mortgage is that it allows customers to take possession of their property within 48 hours of expression of interest. What that means is that a customer who intends to access a house through Platinum Fast Track Mortgage only needs to fulfill all the conditions required, and then he's handed over the keys to his house within a period of 48 hours. That's the basic reason why we introduced Platinum Fast Track Mortgage, and it's been, generating a lot of interest in Abuja and across the country, and people have really shown, a measure of excitement about the product. To be qualified to access Platinum Fast Track Mortgage, all you need to be is, just as is applicable with several mortgage loans, you need to be, first of all, a Nigerian above the age of 21 years. You must be someone who is working and earns income as to be able to repay the loan. You have to submit evidence of your ability to pay the loan if you're given, which means that you have to give us evidence of working, evidence of earning income on a monthly basis as to be able to repay the loan. So as long as you're above the age of 21 years and you are working, you are a Nigerian, you can apply for Platinum Fast Track Mortgage. Registration is very quick and easy. All you need to do is, as a Nigerian who is qualified, who is above the age of 21 years and is working, what you need to do is to walk into any Platinum Mortgage Bank branch across the country, and we have quite a number of them across all the states of the country. You open an account with a sum of 50,000 naira, and then there's a list of requirements which you're supposed to fulfill in terms of documentation. You give us evidence of earning income, evidence that you pay tax, and then evidence of your age, which of course will determine the loan tenor. The maximum loan tenor of the scheme is 25 years, but each individual's age will determine the tenor applicable to his own loan. There are some financial conditions as well. You need to pay the equity, which is either 20 or 30% of the cost of the house you intend to buy. It could be 10, 20 or 30 depending on the cost of the property. You fulfill that condition along with the requirements in terms of documentation, and then within a period of 48 hours, you have access to your house.
Well, for those of you still asking, is this for real? Yes, it is real. To show you how real Platinum Fast Track Mortgage is, some Nigerians that have benefited from it will be with us on this program next week. So don't hesitate to key into the Platinum Fast Track Mortgage. Don't let this golden opportunity pass you by. I will say, go grab yours now. So all you've got to do is call this number showing here.
Housing Development Program is the only program that gives you the best information on housing. Are you an estate developer, home interior stakeholder, distributor or manufacturer of building materials, furniture company? Housing Development Program is the right platform to showcase what you've got. Housing Development Program is an encyclopedia on housing matters.
Welcome back. Now, talking about owning a house in the FCT, Rock City Workers Housing Estate is still selling. The building of the houses are ongoing. They have houses ranging from 2-bedroom blocks of flats to 3-bedroom semi-detached and 3-bedroom detached bungalows, 4-bedroom duplexes and lots more with a flexible payment plan. Now, to be a part of the Rock City Workers Housing Estate, all you've got to do is call this contact number showing on the screen.
Rock of Ages Properties Limited is developing unique and affordable 100,000 housing units through United Workers Housing Scheme in collaboration with Trade Union Congress across all the 36 states of the Federation, starting from the Federal Capital Territory. The project has commenced with 10,000 housing units in Rock City Airport Road and Rock City Day. The housing types include 2 and 3 bedroom apartments in a block, 2 and 3 terrace bungalow, 3 and 4 bedroom terrace duplex, 4 bedroom semi-detached duplex, 4 bedroom detached duplex and 5 bedroom fully detached duplex, built with state-of-the-art facilities, centralized water supply system, tarred roads, walkways and drainages, round-the-clock power supply, ample parking spaces, street lights, mega shopping mall with multifunctional facilities, recreational facilities and lots more. Payment for subscribers is spread over a period of 20 years. For inquiries or application process, please visit www.roaproperties.com or call 0802-633-3633, 0802-035-0170 or 0805-584-1099. Rock City, building affordable homes across Nigerian cities.
Alright, that is not all I've got on the Owner Home segment today. Sun Gold Estate Limited have for sale duplexes, flats, office and banking halls, conference halls, empty lands for all purposes. They've got it all. For you to be a part of any of the projects of Sun Gold Estate, don't hesitate to call this number showing below.
Housing Development Program is an encyclopedia on housing matters.
Now, for those of you that want a plot of land to buy and build to your taste, Urban Shelter Limited, the leading name in real estate sector, the developers of Brick City, Aminokot, The Promenade, just to mention but a few, have lands for site and services. Yes, genuine land for sale. Want to get a plot of land? Then don't hesitate to call Urban Shelter Limited. Join me after the break.
To have Housing News at your fingertips, download Housing News mobile app from Google Play Store. Friend us on Facebook. If you want to watch today's program again and many others via YouTube, just go to Housing TV Online. Do not forget to subscribe to our newsletter at www.housingnews.org.ng for up-to-date news on housing.
Thanks for watching. To get housing news at your fingertips, all you've got to do is visit Google Play Store and download Housing News mobile app. You can also watch today's episode of this program again and many others via YouTube on Housing TV online. As always, believe in Nigeria. I am Flora Anne. Bye-bye.
Housing Development Program, yeah. Number one. Housing Development Program, yeah.